Good morning, boys and girls. I have had a very wonderful day today. First off, we have Swanzo deleting all of his fucking messages from here, so therefore, if anyone was to ask him about the chat logs, he will just continue to reuse the old fucking messages he has, which most of them don't even show an actual date. They just say today, yesterday, a few minutes ago, so on. But as we can see, 68 results. I wonder. This is on new, by the way, so that's the newest messages first. I wonder where his actual messages are. Well, we've shown them before. I have recorded the messages that were there since, looks like, what does that say? Tuesday, 23rd January 2024? Huh, so the 23rd of January this year. So they've been talking for that long. So all that's left now is just Kurote's chats, period, and then his call logs, where he started a call. Here's where it gets a little bit more interesting. If this wants to fucking work. We have his Twitter page that he's been using, but before we get to this, because this has had a few updates recently, made a little update video yesterday showing that one of his playlists is gone. I'm going to show y'all live. Playlist. Where's it at? There was another playlist right over in here that said debunking allegations or accusations or some bullshit. Weird. That's gone though. Now we can get to this. Let's go to replies. Blah, 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 blah. Today is the 19th, so August 2nd. Shit's irrelevant. So August 18th. So why delete more shit? You say did a background check on Swanzo using face and name, and he has a criminal record that he is a convicted pedo. I'm waiting to see proof of this. Here's the issue. He has already claimed that myself and Hydra are both actually convicted pedos in one of his vids. One of them that he obviously deleted. Most likely one of those 8 in his debunking accusations or allegations, whatever playlist, whenever he had it up. If you remember it, you remember it. But if not, obviously, me and Spoopy Boy, still gonna call him that because he still doesn't want fucking Swanzo figuring out who he actually is, because that's gonna be really funny. Had a shared account, which is that one right here, where we go over most of his goddamn videos. With that in mind, there's also ones that I have made going over some of his videos as well as his chat logs. This one is one that Swanzo's victim, Kurote, made 19 hours ago. We're definitely going to go over that in a little bit too. But yeah, either way, Swanzo has accused myself and Hydra of being convicted pedos. He has then stepped back, stating that, well, we were investigated for it. The issue is, both of those things will have records. Records that he doesn't show. Now, here's the issue. He's the one who threw the accusation out. On his alt account, which is titled the same thing as this, even he has a video right here. Well, that's kind of fucking weird. Even he's saying that, but he still can't provide a paper trail. Weird. Not to mention the fact that all that shit's out of context in the first place. He can't actually supply any official reports, even though he's the one who made the claim. And yet he wants me to show my shit first. That's not how it works. You go by the order of accusations. You made the accusation first, Swanzo, so therefore you now have to show your shit first before I could show mine. Because it won't matter if I show mine. Never made the claim about criminal records on you. That's his main excuse now. Well, you see, I never said that you were one. You see, you go back to my videos. There's not a video where it says it. Ignore the deleted videos. I just said you're investigated. Okay, cool. There's still going to be proof of that. Well, I don't have the proof. Okay, cool. That means you can't even say I was investigated. And yet you still are saying I'm investigated, Swanzo. That in mind, this is completely relevant. This is in relation to his main account where he deleted that playlist. But this is where it's funny. Lie, lie, lie. It's all you know how to do. I think you're such a compulsive liar that you'd even lie when it would be better just to tell the truth. Is that why you're deleting your shit? Well, let's see. What's he deleted? He's deleted all of his Discord messages. He can't delete the call logs that easily. It looks like he's about to delete his Discord account. He somehow on this account can't say, and his YouTube alt, by the way, can't say whose Discord account's being shown, but we've shown it on a few vids, on YouTube, and on Twitter. So therefore, no matter what, he has seen whose Discord account it is. But yet he still can't say whose it is? Why not? He still doesn't know whose it is? Why not? It's literally been shown multiple times. It's because it's his. It's because it's Swanzo's. Because he is Swanzo. Now, here's where it gets really funny. Tries to nitpick. Why are you streaming on your YouTube channel now instead of your Twitter? Sounds really sus that you switched over to YouTube for your live streams instead. You can't even fucking stream on Twitter. Like, if anyone here knows how to stream on Twitter, which it's obvious that I fucking do, you would know how much of a pain in the ass it is. Keep in mind, Swanzo says he was a software developer. And he also prides himself on being a streamer. I know I'm lazy whenever it comes to streaming most of the time, to the point where I usually don't even fucking stream the games that I intend to stream. But come on, dude. And I really made you look like a fool in this live stream of yours. His definition of quote unquote making me look like a fool is him making a claim. I go to the thing where that claim will be addressed. No, I take that back. I go to one of the videos where that same claim that he is making can be addressed. Not only do I prove him wrong by going and disproving his claim, but I also prove a claim I make. In the process of doing that, though, after I prove that the claim he made is utterly false, he says I'm deflecting. That's his definition of quote unquote making me look like a fool. Makes no sense. What point? You haven't proven anything. Okay, cool. Well, here's what's really funny. For example, prove that someone's a convicted pedophile. Now come to the excuses and deflection why you can't prove that claim. I never mass reported anything. Okay, cool. Well, this is in relation to the mass reporting claim. He literally has this as his thumbnail. That was a screenshot someone else sent me. Well, let's read into this. Sure, Han, on what socials? Remember, this account, which is Swanzo's, which on this account he says he's not Swanzo, has said that he doesn't have YouTube at all and that he doesn't stream. Well, what else has this account said? This account has told somebody that he does have a YouTube and to send him shit against me. Well, first thing, that other dude didn't have anything. That is Mighty Predwolf, a pedophile from Waianae, Hawaii, also named, fuck, what was his name? Daniel Dixon or some shit? It was something basic as hell. And that is like his literal name. But he is a predator. He is very predatory. And Swanzo takes his side. Because Mighty Predwolf is also against me. That's a whole nother fucking story on its own, though. But yeah, Swanzo using this account has told Predwolf that he does have a YouTube. And he wanted Predwolf to send him stuff against me. But again, Swanzo on this account has said that he doesn't have a YouTube. How does that make sense? So obviously, he can't have, if he doesn't have YouTube, but he also does have YouTube, which, let's face it, he's basically admitting to the fact that that is his YouTube. What socials? He doesn't have Disc. He's also said that too. That leaves Twitter. Okay, cool. Let's face it, no one really uses Facebook, much less him. Anyone affiliated with this drama at any point will only know it from YouTube or Twitter. Except for any social media platform where his info is actually on. Which you won't be able to find easily. You can't just simple Google search your own fucking info and then find it. Not with the way other people post shit. If you post it yourself, that's a different story, but I digress. So you have to use Twitter to find this shit, right? So who sent you it? Well, let's go into the 0 followers, but following 7. So he has no followers. That's consistent. No one follows him. He follows these people on this account for some reason. Because he has made this account May 2024. Well, who could it be? Swanzo's main account was at Moore, at MOHR. He deleted that. How many people knew that that was his account from his Discord, from his YouTube? Well, let's see. No one from his YouTube knew it because he never put that out. Very, very few people knew that that was his Twitter until after the fact, whenever he was caught, whenever he started posting shit in relation to it. And then I kept calling him Swanzo, so therefore anyone who would look up the name would find that shit that I posted, that other people posted, going against Swanzo. But no one really backed him up. So that means that he didn't have anyone backing him up beforehand, so again, unlikely that anyone sent him this. So who does that leave? That just leaves him. Him taking the screenshot himself, putting it up there. Now, how did it get me mass reported? Because a single report is different than a mass report. Well, let's look at how social media sites take reports. Single report, usually it's not going to do anything. 5 or 6 depends on the amount of people following said individual, meaning that social media sites do prefer people with higher followings, and they tend to let those people with higher followings get away with more shit. I don't have that many followers, so 4 or 5 reports, it'll get the algorithm looking into me, see if I actually did violate any kind of TOS. Okay, cool, but there's still no guarantee anything will be done. What about 10 to 20? Actually, let's just say 10 plus. Because usually that many reports, especially in a short amount of time, will get somebody banned despite how many people are following them. It's not hard to get bots, especially for mass reporting somebody. Swanzo's main account, quote unquote, that he deleted was one of those accounts meant to be a bot, but he bought it and used it for his own shit. He most likely has more as well, because the way you buy those, you tend to not just buy one. You tend to buy at least 5, 6 plus. So obviously, he most likely does have more. And obviously, he could just make new accounts, as shown with the Jason's Lies account. So again, only person who could have done it is you, Swanzo. Not anyone from your YouTube, not anyone from your Discord. Oh, let's also just touch on the fact that anytime anyone mentions anything wrong that you've done, you tend to delete their comments fast as hell and or immediately fucking ban them from commenting on your videos. I told you about Kirote's video. I bet she tried commenting on your vid, and I bet you either deleted it or kept her or rebanned her. Because you most likely did see it. That means that nearly no one on your YouTube would even know about any of this. So again, that puts it at this being your own report. But now, let's go back to his replies. Screenshot someone else sent me, blah, blah. Oh, yeah. We've already seen all that shit. We've already been over that. Keep saying because you won't provide any proof of your claim. This is just to show people every time I ask you for evidence of him being a convicted pedo, you never produce anything. Are you going to stick with that claim? Is that the claim you're going to stick with? You're not going to stick with the claim you made about me and Hydra both somehow being convicted and or being investigated. You're not going to stick with a claim of me at some point saying that the picture, which you said was fake, by the way, the picture of that furry streamer was her. But again, that claim itself conflicts because, one, if the message was fake, how could you get the full picture in your chat? So that means the message was real. And two, where did I say that that was Kiro? Well, went to the vid in the live stream. Well, ate one of the vids, because remember, you've made this claim multiple fucking times. And again, in that vid I showed, just as one example, one of many examples for this same claim that you made. Not once did I say it was Kiro. I said it possibly could be. That does not mean the same thing as is/was.
Let's go up. Let's see if he's actually responded recently. Nope, still 4 hours ago. So we're done with that. Eh, don't really care, Shape. I'll respond to that later. But now, we're going to go over this new video. Is it gonna capture the fucking audio? Why is the audio not being captured? What the fuck? Hold on. Okay, hold on. I'm going to redo this. I want to make sure of something. I want to make sure it's not just my shit tripping or what. Sorry about the minor inconvenience. This was working yesterday though for Twitch. People quit fucking sending me messages at the weirdest fucking times. Jesus Christ. Are you gonna hear like a slight echo? I just want to make sure of something. Nope. Okay, we're good. Well, we're not good actually, but we're about to be good, hopefully. Properties. Oh, I don't need that up. I'm dumb. Let's go to sound settings, because something's still not fucking right. Yeah, that's... Why is it being fucking weird? Hold on. Uh, let's try that.
About Swanzo because he's done some more shit since the last video I made like 8 months ago. If you want to know more about this shit he did, that's in the last video. But
Okay, we're gonna try this now. Sorry about the echo. Okay, there we fucking go. I don't know why it did that, but it did for some reason.
basically a little recap just to refresh your minds is he basically was a groomer for 4 to 5 years. I've known him. He's deleted messages to hide the shit he's done. He's done shit to me in VR chat, which he recorded. I'm not sure if he still has the videos, but he did make videos with that. He also
With that in mind, the VR chat thing has been discussed many times beforehand, and if he hasn't deleted the videos by now, Jesus fucking Christ, man.
Here's the thing. I kept trying to reassure Kiro, saying like he did delete them because that'd be really dumb if he didn't. But still,
tried bribing me with money, items and games, and he's
with that in mind, we've been over that.
still trying to hide shit. It's still, ever since I made that video, he's just been saying it's a lie. He's also gone and attacked other people, like Jason, but I'll talk
Been known. I was his main target. If you haven't noticed, if he was so innocent, why would he delete his playlist? Why would he delete all the messages off of his Discord?
about that a little bit later on. So, now for the new bullshit that Swan's managed to bring up. So Swan's basically been deleting all of his shit ever since the video. Um, like my original video. He hasn't done much stuff in regards to me directly, but he's gone and deleted his Twitter account, which is @more.
As discussed before, he did delete this. I forgot if it was earlier in this month or late last month. Either way, I did have a live stream on that on Twitter because I use StreamYard for Twitter, which is different than OBS, which is what I'm using for YouTube. I can't get StreamYard to work well for YouTube, and I can't get OBS to work at all for Twitter. Weird as fuck, I know, but on StreamYard, you actually can't allow people to hop on live streams with you, which is really good. That aside, another person who was in my stream, I wanted to show that, like, who was aware of the Swanzo situation, wanted to show him that he deleted his main account. And this, by the way, is a old picture from like August, September last year, I think. I think it was August, like early August. So he did definitely have more posts up until he deleted it.
Which is a Twitter account he used to talk to me on. And
And that's the current one, doesn't exist. But wait, that tag is the exact same tag as the one shown beforehand. You see how it says this account doesn't exist? Well, if he was suspended, it would say that this account was suspended. Only time it says that this account does not exist is if you delete the account yourself.
until I had to delete my Twitter account because my parents forced me to. His
So I'm going to stop it right there. Something that Kirote's been fucking saying. But Swanzo's story is that she only deleted her Twitter so that way she could hide the Twitter messages that she couldn't access because Swanzo blocked her. Which makes no fucking sense. And again, like, it's already been discussed that Swanzo's already been deleting messages for years. He's had deleted messages since before he deleted all of the fucking remaining messages he had.
claim about me hiding shit was because I deleted my Twitter account. I'm hiding shit, and then he goes and deletes his own Twitter account. He
That's called irony, folks. That's called projection.
also deleted his Twitch account in 2023. But that's just because I mentioned the fact that
So the funny thing about his Twitch account is that is a different thing. I'm not sure if she got lucky with that, like if that's just a message that pops up for any random non-existent account or not. But whenever he did delete his Twitch, a different message popped up said like, "Hey, yeah, this user deleted his fucking Twitch." A different message would pop up if he was suspended. So Twitch literally tells you if if an account's been deleted. which is good, I think, but I digress. But yes, he did have a Twitch, and he said that he only deleted his Twitch because he didn't want people doxing him or some bullshit like that, which makes no sense because you can do the same shit on YouTube. Yeah.
There's actually DMs on there, and the shit on there was quite bad.
So the whispers on Twitch, that's their version of PMs. And as discussed, that's where this started. Hirote met Swanzo through Twitch, watching FNAF videos. That's coming from her. I'm pretty sure she literally said it in one of the streams on Twitter. But that's basically the short of it. So yeah, obviously it started on Twitch. That's the main takeaway from this.
Until he moved it to Discord, but
Yep,
because he's deleted his Twitch, I can't access the DMs, which is just showing he's hiding more shit. And then,
yep.
as of now, he's deleted his Discord account, which is currently still in the process of.
So here's what's weird. I really don't. I'm not saying he's deleting his Discord account. I'm saying there's a possibility. She's saying he is, and I'm pretty sure that she knows him better than me since she's been dealing with him for years. But with that in mind, it's obvious that he used a script to delete all those messages. It was being done too fast for him to do it by hand. With the deleted user bullshit there, it does look like the script first goes through first, deletes your PFP banner, and goes through and acts like it's going to delete your account first. Does that, then it goes through, reactivates, and then deletes messages.
Being deleted, and he's actually been deleting DMs live. Um,
As shown for the past couple days.
I'm not entirely sure if his Discord account's fully deleted, but it's marked as deleted user.
We will see if his account's
Um,
going to be fully deleted in the
he
next
he
couple
always
weeks.
says, that these DMs are they're fake and they're lies, and sure, that's cool and all, but if they're fake, why delete your account in DMs?
As discussed before, he deleted his first videos on this shit. One of them where he claims that a piece of the DMs were fake, and yet then he shows that same DM in the thing, but with the text above it in the full picture. That's the furry streamer one. He says that the furry streamer bullshit convo never happened, and then in the video he literally shows it happening. Bruh.
If there's nothing to hide, why are you deleting it? It just genuinely makes absolutely no sense to me. And yet he's still doing this shit. He's also deleted his YouTube videos about the whole situation, including his playlist that he has,
As shown and as discussed.
which, as of recording right now, if I go to his playlist, it's completely gone. Which he's again trying to sailboat it and just put it to the side.
With that in mind, after this video, we're going to go back to his alt Twitter account because he has some of the links posted there for Swanzo's page. We're going to see what pops up for those videos. Because it wasn't just that the playlist was deleted, because you could delete a playlist and not delete the videos. We're gonna show what happened to the videos.
And make sure no one finds out about it. Um, he's currently trying to basically make his representation on YouTube a little bit more cleaner, except for the fact I'm making this video now. And so there's just literally nothing he can do unless he responds to this, which in his position isn't a good idea because it's just gonna show his audience what he did behind the scenes.
I wouldn't necessarily say that, Kiro, personally. Giving you already know, like we've seen how he reacts to ultimatums. The bad thing is, he always chooses the wrong fucking answer. I gave him an ultimatum beforehand, where it's like, okay, hop on stream. Don't hop on stream, I'm dropping your fucking info somewhere. Well, his info is out there. You just have to know where to look. Obviously, it's not going to be under your account affiliated with this name or my name on Twitter. Thing is, he fully does believe that I did that. So that means either one, he knows that I am not one to be fucked with and he still tries to do it, or two, he's so fucking paranoid that any threat like that makes him freak the fuck out. Extreme paranoia only comes from people who either one, know they really fucked up, or two, they're mentally insane. Swanzo is not mentally fucking insane in the, like, to a fucking complete psychosis standpoint. He just knows he fucked up. That's why he's acting so fucking erratically. That's why he's been acting so fucking erratically this entire year.
which he tried finding. He tried hiding it and just make sure no one finds out about it, which is quite sad. The fact that anytime someone mentions Discord or his Discord or anything in regards to me, you'll get your message deleted and possibly banned. Just that's how tight knit his community is. He will not allow any mention of what he's done.
As shown before with other people's accounts. In fact, actually, a few months ago, there was one person who came to me and was like, yeah, this actually all makes sense. He got really pissy whenever I mentioned a Discord channel. That was it. And I didn't even watch your videos beforehand. Now that dude's fucking comments are gone. I fully believe that Swanzo did end up harassing the dude. There's a dude who's been commenting on my live streams and on my videos, keeps changing his name every so often, which, by the way, I think is actually smart. But still, I worry because I'm pretty sure like that is a legit child, and that Swanza will harass the kid or get other kids to harass this kid too.
And it's scary because most of his fan base is children, even though there are some adults there.
With that in mind, one of the posts that I made from a Discord message, I could show that real quick actually. Fucking open up a new tab, go to YouTube's. Let's go to channel. Let's go to post, community. This right here. This is actually from a streamer who, pretty chill dude. He left Swanzo's Discord shortly before even learning about this shit, apparently. Obviously, I blocked out his name. Asked this. I clarify. He said, oh, that's weird. He only acts rationally when people call him out. Oh, yes, very much. And you can't ever say he's wrong or he just gets mad. Well, we've literally been seeing that both with Kurote's messages as well as with a few other first-hand accounts.
Another problem in regards to his Discord server and Discord account is someone asked a message on one of his live streams about joining his Discord server and how to join and how to be verified. Now, he states that he made his Discord server, but I'm actually the one who made it for him. And it's just
That is true. Kurote did indeed make his Discord server. With that in mind, I fully believe that the server is deleted. And before he deleted it, he most likely did make a post saying like, "Oh, I'm gonna just delete this Discord server anymore because of all the drama," which is utter bullshit, by the way. It's because he knows that other people are starting to catch on, and either they leave or he bans them after they find out.
So difficult to bring it up because obviously, you'll get banned. So you can't. He won't acknowledge it, and he won't say anything about what he's.
Oh, with that in mind, for a while he did actually have the link to the Discord server in his bio, as well as him saying that he was a software developer, as well as him saying a few other things, which he's since then just deleted. Surprised he hasn't deleted the link to his kick. That might be where he jumps to next.
Actually doing because him lying about the Discord, yeah, it doesn't mean much, but the whole point is I had access and server ownership. I gave it to him and he's banned me, and I cannot access it. So he could be saying shit behind the scenes that I've got no idea about, which can be a serious problem if it's just constant lies. Um, in regards to his Discord DMs, like I mentioned, he actually uses I think it's from GitHub, but basically it's called Tamper Monkey. And what this does is you can
Temp Monkey, that's this. If that's the same script he's using, I know there are a few different ones you could use, but if that's the same one he's using, that's still fucking hilarious.
actually use it to execute scripts. And quite a few years ago, he made me use it to delete some of the more explicit DMs.
So with this, keep in mind there's a reason why all those call logs up at the top are just calls for some reason and there's no text. I pushed a little bit on that, but now this is even more clear. Yes, it is true that Swanzo made Kirote delete her comments early on in the chats, but if you notice, his comments are also gone. Why would his be gone if she can't delete his comments? That means he had to delete them. But he told her to use this exact script. So that means he was also using it. This was about the time, like the first time that he got caught as being a creep, and the people who caught him was actually Kiro's parents.
Um, and shown here, I can literally show you when he's deleting it live, it uses the exact same script. It's just one message deleted and one message deleted.
With that in mind, I'm pretty sure that's the way like a lot of scripts work, but just with varying efficiency. So I'm used to, like, for a script like that, I would personally make it to where it'll delete only a certain number. Like you have to input the number manually. Because I know like after a long time of running, it will slow down, which I think we saw on live. Therefore, Swanza wants to say that, oh, I was the one deleting messages again, which he most likely will. One, I've literally shown that I have no access to your messages, Swanzo. Two, I didn't put the number, it would pause after like X number, so let's say numbers like 50. Let's make it more believable so that way it doesn't have to keep fucking auto like refreshing the fucking page every like 10 seconds. Let's make it 25. Because Discord loads on average anywhere from like 50, like 15 to 50 messages, depending on like it depends on multiple factors: internet connection, screen size, like as in like the fucking window size, not screen size. My bad there. Speed at which you're scrolling, and hardware. With him having noticeably decent internet connection, network isn't an issue, so internet's not an issue. him being able to run multiple fucking things at once, as shown whenever he was streaming to both Twitch and YouTube. Him running games at near max fucking settings whenever they can go high, as well as him running his VTube software with the model with all of the assets it has in it that are installed, and how it all runs relatively smoothly. That shows that hardware is definitely not a fucking issue. So, eh. Most likely what he did was just have it delete everything. That's why we saw some hang-ups in the live streams while he was deleting shit.
And it goes from back to front because you can't just choose a certain area of messages to delete. Um,
Neat. So, if you're familiar with the way Discord works, it actually has settings like in the search bar of like, hey, search for whatever from this person, and you can also choose like during this time, before this time, after this time, blah blah. We saw in the live streams that it was deleting them from newest to oldest, as in it was going in reverse order. That is what Kurote described, which makes some sense. He couldn't just delete certain messages from certain dates. So yeah, that does make a little bit more sense now. So if you're watching this, Kiro, thank you for clarifying.
and yeah, it's just he will delete shit, say that it's all fake, and yet if you're innocent, why delete anything? It doesn't matter if you think I'm lying or not, but
And now I have to pause this for a very interesting reason. One of the screenshots he likes to use actually shows a message from what looks like 2022, 2021. But in his screenshot, it says like today or yesterday. There's no actual fucking timestamp. The way I found the message and where it was at was by looking at the lines of text that Kurote had, typing one of those lines in, then manually fucking scrolling through each instance of a single word or where that phrase pops up, and then seeing if words above and below it match. His side still wasn't there. It's kind of like he took that screenshot where it would have that exact fucking timestamp of today/yesterday, just to repost it at a later fucking date after he deleted his message, so that way he can use it to manipulate this fucking kid.
deleting shit just means you're hiding shit, which has happened with many other people. You know, as soon as they delete shit, it's just a red flag. Like whenever he's watching, I think it's Jason Wolfblood. Um, he basically's made an account called Jason Wolfblood Lies or something like that,
The Jason's Lies account.
and he basically says, "Oh, it's lies and everything else." Um, and he's like, "No, I am not Swan. This guy and I, we are completely different people. But why is it that anytime Swan's not live, he shows up? Anytime he's in a position where Swan could also be there, it's always Wolfblood Lies because we know it's Swan."
So I'm not sure how in depth she's going to go into this, and frankly, I honestly did not watch the whole video before I even made a comment, because I knew she was going to make a video like this. Um, it's only like 25 minutes, so I'm pretty sure it's not going to be like super in depth on anything. But whenever she said like, for some reason, it seems like this Jason Lies account pops up whenever Swanzo's not online. Well, I hope the fucking footage is there, and I hope I didn't fuck it up because OBS doesn't. always just switch screens. Some like depending on what you have it set at. I usually have it set at window capture. During the live stream where I actually did this, I had it on display capture, but I had to temporarily set it to window capture. I forgot if I switched it back or not. But there is a few ways for you to see if somebody's online, and lo and behold, Swanzo hops offline immediately after that. Not Jason Wolfblood, Jason Lies hops online. Isn't that kind of weird? That's also not even mentioning the fact that on the stream from Twitter that Kiro hopped in on, like to actually be on stream. Swanzo makes some comments on, like, makes some replies to one of Kiro's things. Kiro comments on one of Swanzo's live streams, and then Swanzo replies to her messages, basically. The replies were literally while she was hopping on the stream. We've shown that in a couple vids and in the live stream as well. You guys can go watch it. The weird thing is, she sends me the screenshot, and they're dated seconds ago. These messages are, and they are fucking disgusting. Obviously, though, he hid the messages, as like Kiro's comment, as well as his own replies to Kiro's comment, for obvious fucking reasons. And that's just because Kiro hopped on my stream. She didn't even really get to say much at all. So let's. I wonder how that would look from a third party perspective. Even if they didn't know all this shit. That aside, let's see. I tagged Swanzo a few times on Twitter. While Swanzo is streaming, as soon as he ends stream, Jason's Lies pops up. Weird. Weird coincidence right there, isn't it? Okay, let's talk about a more recent example. Is like that example I just said happened a few times. Swanzo's about to go on stream. Well, he's already messaging me on the Jason's Lies account while I am streaming. He says he has to go, bye, leaves the stream, comments that his stream started a little late because of technical issues. Like, it was like a minute or two. But wait a minute. Blip saying that Jason's Lies is live. Weird. Very fucking weird. Whether or not he actually clicked the live button, that's something else entirely. But let's let's focus on the main part. What technical issues? Could it be that because you are usually consistent with your streams, you usually stick to your timelines. Why did you mess up that one? Yeah, occasionally people mess up. But why was it that right before you start streaming, the Jason's Lives account was about to go live, but still never did? Odd.
Um, and it's just it doesn't make sense. Like I want to try and talk to him and debate with him, but instead of using his real voice, he uses TTS. You know, if you're not Swan,
Text to speech.
why not use your real voice? It literally proves you're two different people, and yet you literally can't prove it's not you. And you always say, "Oh, you can't just say I'm not Swanzo because there's no evidence." But the same mannerisms you say and speak, they're the exact same as Swan. So please just
So I think she's gonna get off this topic right now because again, it's 25-minute video. But still, another thing to consider is the fact that somehow he either has direct access to Swanzo's messages, which means he could have shown all the messages, which again Swanzo would never allow. Or two, he has a direct line of contact with Swanzo, which again Swanzo wouldn't allow, especially for some random stranger. And there's a very limited amount of people who could actually talk to him in the first place. Hirote being one of them. South being another, but it's not South. Mannerisms are completely different. The way they talk is completely different. South would also be one to actually hop on stream to prove it's him using voice. So who else could it be? Fishcakes VT? No. The way they talk is completely different in the first place. That's all. South is still a minor to my knowledge. Fishcakes is also a minor. Fishcakes is also the one that Swanzo 4RP'd with a lot. There's a couple other people too, but still, the same rules apply. They speak completely differently, even if it's through text. That is a very big tell right there. And most people are bad at imitating somebody's form of speech, even if it is through text.
try and make a video defending yourself against that because I guarantee you, if you would not make a video without your TTS um, and without Swan going live to prove you are two different people. And now we begin to talk about how all of the now we talk about all the different claims Swanzo has made against me and against Jason Wolfblood. For starters, Swanzo's claimed that Hydra Miller, who's um, someone who I've talked to about this, he's just an online friend, and he's basically said that Hydra Miller is a convicted pedophile, and that Papa and well, Papa, Wolfblood is a pedophile as well. Now, both of these claims are completely false. Swanzo, I can't find the exact message, but Swan said himself that the claims that he said against these two, saying they're pedophiles, is completely false, and that he tried just calling them a pedophile to prove a point, which in the first place you don't fucking say that shit unless you know for sure. He's backtracked and claimed.
Okay, so I'm going to stop right there because it is going to a different point by the way it sounds. I'm going to add on to this. He actually has a fucking, at least one video where he says this. Obviously, those videos are deleted from his end. But wait a minute. I wonder if there is a account which has maybe a couple too sexy young individuals going over his vids. Don't worry, Swan. We're too old for you anyway. Also, I might go after older men and older women, but I don't go after chomos, nor people who can't get off their fucking couch. Mean comments aside, yeah, literally on the playlist and on the Spoopy Boy account, we go over his vids, the ones that he deleted. So if you want to look through those, go ahead. You can hear him say that we are pedos somehow, but yet still doesn't supply evidence, which is the very weird part. This is going to come up later, by the way. I've already brushed up on it a little bit.
That um, Jason Wolfblood was investigated for being a pedophile, but the investigation was something completely unrelated.
Now, I'm going to stop this right here because this is where we're going to come, like where I said we're going to come back to it. This is where. One, we saw how on the Jason's Lies Twitter account, he claims that he never said that he had any, he said that he never had any records against me. And he's basically alluding to him saying that, oh, I never said you were a convicted pedophile. No. In literally one of his vids, he did. At least one of his vids. Either way, still doesn't show any charges or records of investigation. Kind of weird, right? But wait a minute. Even Kiro's saying it's for something else. Well, what have I said I've been investigated for? Actually, wait a minute. I also keep stating that I'm in the military. I wonder if those two things are related. It's called a background check, retard. I don't know how many times I've literally fucking said this. It blows my fucking mind. Oh, and he's still fucking claiming this shit too. Literally, one of his videos is titled, "He was investigated, his story keeps changing." Like, bruh. The only thing that makes sense is I had a background check for my job in the military. The only person making different claims other than that is yourself.
Um, I think it was something to do with military, but I'm not entirely sure. But
Yep.
his claim of being investigated for being a pedophile is completely false. And again, Swan's just trying to ride off the coattails of anything that could possibly stick, and
Yep.
nothing's working for him. Um,
I'm gonna wait before I cut.
he also said that this furry image, which is basically just a furry streamer, was fake.
The one I've been talking about, if you've seen it, you've seen it. It's actually the thumbnail in one of my vids.
He said that he never sent, or that I never sent it, that we never talked about it yet in the DMs. It's quite literally there. And he said, Swanzo said that Jason Wolfblood said that the furry streamer was actually me, and that I sensed that posing as me, but obviously that's completely false. Swan's basically just twisted the narrative.
I'm gonna stop it right here. I'm not sure if he's actually gonna go more in depth than that, because personally, that would piss me off. But I've also discussed this. It's the same fucking furry streamer picture that we've talked about before. In fact, actually, hold on. So that way y'all definitely fucking see what I'm talking about. We're actually gonna play this shit. Was it this one? It was not this one. Was it this one? Oh yeah, by the way, here's this. Like I said, we have them all here. Blah blah.
That
I did not pass it. Okay. That mind, I'm gonna check the comments, see if he's actually hopped in yet. Sorry, all these are equally as disorganized. It's easy to be chaotic. That's one thing we could both agree on, to just make this shit chaotic with the way it is and just be fucking real as fuck. So yeah. Was it this one? No, that's where you just take shit out of context. Nope. Get some. Jesus fuck, I really wish I could move my hand straight. Nope, not it. Sorry, this is gonna take a little bit, but so blah blah blah. I've clowned on him quite a bit, so I do not care. Was it this one?
Alright,
If
Swanzo.
it's not this one, it's definitely the. Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure it's this one. This one. So his one that he unlisted to just to go after Coin. Okay, you see this image right here? How did he get this?
Oh, this is fucking perfect, guys. Let's fucking watch this, shall we? Okay. Let's hope he didn't delete this video. The one showing the fucking the
I
images,
talked about it in
alright?
my
Blah
previous
blah
video,
blah
but
blah
the
blah
current
blah.
Proto's dad, just to be clear, the
Alright,
cropped
alright.
image.
Now look, hold on. He crops this out. You can see because the fucking white line from Google Docs with a white text above it. If you can't tell, this is the bottom part. Actual picture. This is just the picture of a furry streamer. He has nothing to do with Proto. Well, okay, here's the fucking issue. That's all that was in the document. That's all that was in my videos. You proved that this was sent. You shown the entire fucking thing.
Alright.
We could look at that date even though it's a little bit grainy. It looks like 0810-2021 or some shit. Either way, we got a confirmed fucking year. Well, we've already confirmed that this is exactly how he is showing it beforehand. That in mind, though, you can see it like ooh woo right here and ha ha. The same thing that was also shown in the doc and whatever else, as in other videos. So it's obvious that this is real, but he keeps saying it's fake. But how could you get it if it's fake? Like the exact message and everything. This is also where I literally. This is another video, it's not
Right.
the same one, but
Y'all can see the two words under there. He cut out the two words. The two words, by the way, that starts off the conversation right under the screenshot in the document. That confirms at least that first picture of the document's real. And the second, because the second one goes right into this one. Why'd you crop that out on this video? Fucking weird, right?
oh yeah, there he is also recropping it too, by the way. That's most likely another one of the videos that he claims I fucking said that that was Kiro, but you know, that's fucking stupid.
Of how, you know, the streamer is me when it's, obviously not.
Nope, he hasn't
Because it
commented
wouldn't
yet.
make sense with the photo, the outfit, and everything in regards to it. It just does not make sense. And again, Swan's just trying to find anything to stick, but it's obviously not working for him because he keeps doing it. There's around 14 different claims, even more, that I can think on the top of my head. He's also claims that Jason Wolfblood's he's committed tax, he's committed fraud on different accounts. He's
I've committed tax fraud. I'm wanted by the IRS. I'm kidding now.
done
I had to
GoFundMe
though.
fraud. He's done this.
With that in mind, um, we've shown on the Jason's Lies Twitter account that he still has a video up to claiming that I have committed felony fraud in a way where it says I've been charged with it. He then is like, well, I never said you were charged. Like, hon, you said I was a convicted pedo. You said like, bruh, to say that you never said that I was never charged is really retarded at this point. You are saying that I have been charged with all this shit, and yet you can't bring up a single fucking thing. What's even worse about the GoFundMe bullshit is it's still not fraud. Look into what fraud actually fucking is, Swanzo. You might show up because somehow you do manage to have family issues at the most convenient times only. But that's neither here nor there.
This and that, but he can prove to you that he never did any of those things. And so Swan's just saying that these things of him trying to earn money from military stuff is false when it's completely true. You actually need to have a background check before you can do anything on military.
So here's what's really funny about I'm not sure what she's actually trying to say here, but from what I gathered with that is Swanzo has basically tried to say that I'm not in the military without overtly saying it. If I was ever investigated for what he claims I was investigated for, much less charged with any of it, I would not be in the military. I've shown literally me asking him, cool, am I in the military? Just a simple yes or no question. Because if he answers yes, that claim of me being investigated slash charged with whatever will be completely fucking invalid. Mind blowing. Now, if he answers no, I could call him a fucking dumbass. I could send all the fucking proof that I have. Very convincing for somebody who's not in the military, though. That would probably mean I'm most likely either loaded as fuck, two, have connections, or three, which is the most likely fucking outcome. I actually am in the military. So yeah.
So Swan's claims of, oh, we got background checked is just wrong and it's irrelevant.
Yep.
He also claims that he's racist because he said the N word on multiple accounts, and but
I do that a lot. I'm not even ashamed of it because, first off, look at the context of which I am usually saying it. Even usually, y'all would be thinking it at least. I'm just ballsy enough to say it. Second off, see, she gets to it.
he's while he looks white and he
Man, fuck you.
and Swan says that he's solely white, he's not. He still says the N word,
Yep.
but which he is um, racially black, but
I think I've already fucking dropped this bomb. Family member of mine. One I don't like to talk about at all, because he's a walking stereotype. Gee, I wonder if he is said thing, and I look like him with a different skin tone. But I also, like, my genetics match his, proving that he is indeed my father. What would that make me? I really fucking wonder.
Swan says he's white and a racist, and that he doesn't believe that
Oh yeah, and by the way, Swanzo only solely says that I'm racist because I'm white, and I'm white solely because my skin color.
the um, the former group that had a triple letter.
The KKK. Okay, cool. Think she might. Only time I've actually mentioned this was to him whenever they burnt down my fucking car.
Actually burnt his car. Um, they did shit to his car, and then Swan's saying he lied. He's just using that as a ploy, which I've seen actual photos and videos of the
Wait a minute,
car,
what?
um, showing the actual damage to it. So Swan's
Okay, I do not remember sharing that. I will say, if that did happen, Kiro, I was probably drunk off my fucking ass. So there is that. Drunk me gets a little silly sometimes.
um,
With that in mind, by silly I mean I will be like, "Oh yeah, ask me anything." And then someone will ask for like just random ass bullshit like, "Hey, yeah, can you make me a picture of this?" And it's some like random bullshit like a velociraptor eating a piece of broccoli or some shit. I'll draw it real quick and I'll send it to him. Or like in what I assume would be this case, Kira asked me like, "Hey, yeah, did that KKK car thing actually happen?" And then I probably sent it to her. Hopefully, it was only sent to her if that's the case, though, solely because one of my friends is already suspicious about one of the areas that I lived in and that I still go to sometimes, and I don't want him worrying for his fucking life.
argument for that is completely bullshit, um, and it doesn't make any sense. So he's just saying another lie again.
With that in mind, I'm also heavily buzzing right now.
He actually also claimed that he doxed him by mentioning his age, showing my messages.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Sorry, showing his messages to me, showing his Twitter account, despite
I'm gonna make a correction here, Kiro. He claimed you doxed him. And then he later claimed that I did by doing all that same shit. Because you sent those things, like you gave me that information. So in the chats, which we have shown, he claimed that you doxed him. But then publicly, he has claimed that I was the one who was trying to dox him.
um, just showing his Twitter account because apparently it's doxing. When
With
no,
that
he
in
actually
mind,
gave.
that's the @more account we were talking about earlier. And it's really weird because you wouldn't really assume that'd be Swanzo's. You look it up, nothing would show up for it. So he was obviously trying to keep it separate from his VTuber thing, but the title is just @MOHR. Okay, cool. What personal information does that give? First name? Most likely not. That's a very uncommon first name. What about last name? Okay, now we're getting into a more common thing, but even still, who just gives their shit that last name? Okay, cool. Let's also look at the number of letters in it. It's 4 letters, meaning either one, it's a really old account that should have a lot of posts, which, by the way, it was a really old account, but it didn't have a lot of posts, much less likes. or two, it's a botted account, which is a account that was made, like usually a really old account that was made, hacked, and then later wiped and then sold. We've also discussed how Swanzo admits to that being a botted account.
Leave it out. Um, and yet Swan uses Jason Wolfmud's legal name as a
One of my legal names at a time. I want that to be fucking clear.
way to get at him. Yet Swan's still saying that he got doxxed when no, he didn't. He said his real name on Twitter before he deleted it,
Okay, cool.
and he also uses Papa's or Jason Wolfmud's face and state of where he lives. So
So I'm going to stop it right there. So the thing is, we saw it on the Jason's Lies account. The at for it is literally my old name. In his live stream that he did in response to Kiro's first video, he states it a couple times. He still states it. On Twitter, on his old main account, he states it multiple times in an effort to try to fucking scare me. All of that in an effort to try to scare me, by the way. It obviously didn't fucking work. Because I'm still here. And even still, while that was going on, in the videos I released, whenever he did that shit, I even stated before it was an old name. Meaning, I'm way ahead of you still, Swanzo. That aside, again, the at for the Jason's Lies account is still that. The name for the Jason's Lies account was the same as the at. The bio for the Jason's Lies account, this is on YouTube by the way, was the weirdest mix of impersonation and slander I could think of, while still also having my Twitter handle. Like, not just handle, like a literal link to my fucking Twitter account. So yeah, there's that. And now with the state thing, he mentions publicly that I live in Florida. He mentions it on his main account on Twitter. Sadly, again, he fucking deleted it. I'm pretty sure he also mentioned it roughly on his stream. Now, his excuse for it now is, oh, wait, thank you on your GoFundMe. Like, okay, cool. It wasn't until recently where I've disclosed that you live in Omaha, Nebraska, Swanzo. And I did that in retaliation. You freaked out at somebody in VR chat once Kiro told that person your age. You told Kiro that that's how people dox others. Why would you be so scared of somebody doxing you when, for one, all that person heard was your age, and two, if they quote unquote dox you, that's probably because they found something on you. And also, there are over 8 billion people in the world. You're in your 30s. Like 35, 36 now, if I remember right. Somewhere around there. Well, out of 8 billion people, how many of them do you think are the same fucking age? In this country, or any normal English speaking country like some parts of Canada as well, there will be Millions. Saying your age is not going to dox you. You fucking retard. Now, what will potentially dox you is state, city, age, face. Notice how only one of those things is a direct identifier to you, which is face. You could name a state. Millions of people live in states. You can name a city. Hundreds of thousands of people usually live in cities, sometimes more. But if you name a city, it can lead to it only being in one state, which, again, completely irrelevant. So it sounds like you were trying to claim that Kira was trying to get you doxxed, and that Kira doxed you, and that we doxed you by only stating age. Funny.
And that regard, Swan's done more in the sense of doxing than anyone involved with this has ever done to Swan.
Oh, wait, hold on. I do want to add another thing. Swanzo's also claimed multiple fucking times that he will sue me. That he is going to sue me. Still fucking waiting. He's claimed that he would sue me for quote unquote doxing him. Nothing's came of that. He's claimed he would quote unquote sue me for slander. Nothing's came of that. And what's really, really funny is that now, even if he were, okay, let's pretend for a second that somehow all of this shit, including the shit that he has shown, was never seen. Could he attempt to sue me for slander then? Yes. He could attempt. It will not go through because of all the shit he's deleted. All of the claims he has made as well. In fact, actually, because of the claims he has made as well, it would flip onto him. He can't claim slander because there is no slander. Slander, defamation, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Because all the shit that we have been stating has been happening miraculously has happened, but he says it hasn't and it's fake. So that means either I have reality warping powers or he's lying. That's all it comes down to.
He also states that I've been faking being suicidal, which is completely and categorically untrue. I've gone therapy for it, and
Neat how she's literally added that as well. I'm pretty sure Swanzo's also mentioned the fact that she has had bouts of suicidal levels of depression and has been seeing a therapist. So it's kind of weird how for some reason he decided to use that as a claim. And then to fit his claim, he takes a clip out of context. Kind of fucking weird, isn't it?
the claim that Jason Wolfblood said to say that to him is completely out of context. I
Oh,
said
sweet,
that
she
I
then
was
says it.
suicidal, and all he said was just to let it be and not talk to him because it was clearly making me unwell and uncomfortable at that time.
Hey, okay, yeah, she basically summarized it. But wait a minute, hold on. It's kind of like she filled in the context that Swanzo cuts out, which is where I literally tell her to stop talking to the fucking creep. Mind blown.
And so that's why I said don't talk to him and let him be. He also claims that he's never dead named me or misgendered me. Now,
Oh my fucking god. If he hasn't deleted all of those videos on his YouTube alone, which by the way, that is a big reason why he deleted his Twitch too. Because he did stream more on Twitch before he moved over to YouTube and streamed on both. All of the fucking videos. Him calling Kiro he, of him calling Kiro his little pet name, I will say. I say like his as in Swanzo's pet name, quote unquote, for Kiro. Which, by the way, is an absolute fucking lie. I'm just trying to make it sound less bad. It's just dead naming. And it gets more pathetic the more it's described, by the way. Like, legal name currently. I will leave it at that. Swanzo has stated Kiro's legal name publicly. Over a year after Kiro changed her name on Twitch, Kiro changed her name on YouTube, Kiro changed her name on Discord, Kiro literally got onto his ass for it as well. And yet Swanzo still is like, oh, well, that's what your name used to be. Okay, cool. It's been over a fucking year. And you're still doing it.
that is completely true. He's done it on multiple accounts. He said my full real name on stream.
Now, full real name thing, I'm not 100% sure on that one because I've only been dealing with this dude for about a year. But I would not doubt that Swanzo has actually fucking done that.
He said where I am in the world. He
Yep. He's also threatened Kira with that as well, as shown in the Discord messages.
He's also misgendered me and said my dead name, which
Yep, discussed.
is completely wrong because I've never ever allowed anyone to know my real name. And at the time, I told him about my real name, and now he's using that as a way to dead name me and basically prove a point, which is absolutely disgusting.
And the point that he the quote unquote point that Swanzo tries to prove is, oh, see, I have power over you. Because he's a fucking abusive ass creep.
And lastly, he fucking claims that Hydra Miller, Fire, Koinu were all the same people. So basically, a year or two ago, when they were all involved,
See how well she describes
they
this.
we were on a live stream, and basically, Swan's like, all three of you are the exact same person. You're just Jason with blood under a different alias,
Oh my
and
god.
we actually proved that no.
Okay, yes. He fucking did do that. That's where it gets. This is where it gets really fucking stupid, guys, alright? So basically, whenever I started getting on his ass, whenever he, like, okay, let me take this back. Before he realized who was on his ass, like, well before. So basically, whenever he realized that somebody was onto him, he was like, oh, well, this person has to be Hydra. Kiro tells him, no, it's not. He's like, oh, well, it does because Fire's also Hydra. Fire the Clown being another person who's been dealing with this shit since at earliest December 2023, December 2022. So he's already claimed that Fire is Hydra. So now he's claiming that this new person, which is me, but he doesn't know it yet, is also Hydra. Then I start making the videos. I've also been on stream with Hydra too, a couple of times on Hydra's Twitch. We sound completely different. Keep in mind, I was also very skeptical of Hydra too for the longest fucking time. Up until it was like mid-October, early November. And I'm like, yeah, this dude's literally harmless. But either way, still, I make the videos. Swanzo claims that, oh yes, this is also Hydra. Koinu, another person, she was a friend of mine. Hops in as well. Swanzo, oh, I'm banning you from the server. Puts in his server. Can't tell if Kurote is Hydra or has ties to Hydra. But she's banned now, so y'all are fine. But he can't find who this Koinu person is. Koinu messages him herself. He blocks her. Says that all, let's see, how much is it now? Hydra, Fire, Kiro, myself, and Koinu are all the same people. So then, me, Hydra, Kiro, and Koinu all go in a fucking voice chat together, and I post the video of it. His dumbass still claims we're all the same person. But then he also claims that Koinu is an AI made by Hydra. It's so fucking stupid, bro.
We are all completely different people, yet when Swan makes that claim, he never proves himself, proves who um, the account that he runs, Jason Lies, he never proves that it's not him. And so we can still gather by that it's still the same exact account. And it shows again how much Swan will lie and twist words to get his way, to prove that all of us are bad people and that we've done all these bad things, yet all we are saying is expose yourself and tell everyone the truth instead of saying 14 different fucking lies and rumors and speculation that you've conjured up as a way to get at us, because it will not work. And by doing that, you're
Right here, Kiro sounded a little pissed at him, like, she is absolutely through.
just digging yourself
God
a bigger
damn.
hole, man. It's not
Hell
going to
yeah.
get you anywhere. Now that I've talked about Jason Wolfbot's claims against him, how about I talk about mine? Yeah, basically Swan has made a few claims saying that because I've um, dealt with other groomers and pedophiles that I'm just accusing people on a whim. Basically, a few years ago, I had like
Alright, never mind.
4 or 5 people who can be considered groomers or pedophiles, and turns out like one of them was on the sex offender registry, and the other two.
Okay, so she doesn't mention them by name, but one went by Jenny, one went by Chloe. There were a couple others too, but those are less important. The one who went by Jenny apparently was a literal registered fucking pedophile, which Kurote did not find out until later on. She just thought that this Jenny person was weird. This Chloe person, not as weird, but still a fucking groomer. Similar thing, but not as bad. Like, this Jenny person had like weird ass drunk incest fetishes. It was so fucked up. This Chloe person was still really fucking bad, just not at that level. With that in mind, Swanzo also claims that any of the fucking conversations directed at him involving shit like the sex convo, which he really hates whenever I show it. He tries to claim that those are actually talking about those two different people whenever the entire conversation is directed at to and at him makes no sense at all. Like, bro, reading comprehension is a skill that you learn in fucking preschool. It's a very easy skill to learn. You, as an adult, cannot be that fucking retarded. There is no way you can twist it to where what you are saying makes any fucking sense. With that in mind, on the live stream yesterday, I think it was yesterday, might have been the day before, I did show that same image while he was in the comment section from the live, saying like, "Oh yeah, what did you know? It's talking about this." Like, no, it's fucking not talking about that. Reason being, look at the words used. Look at the sentences and phrasing used. It's directed at you. So then it gets caught up on one instance of a plural term, which is irrelevant to the rest of the fucking conversation. Like, bruh. But yeah, that's the intelligence or lack thereof that we're dealing with Swanzo.
Mass wiped everything and they're completely off the internet for a bit. Now, Swan did the exact same
Oh yeah, Jenny is the one who she's talking about where dude mass swiped everything.
shit as what these other guys did. And yet, no. He thinks that it's just me accusing people for the sake of it.
And with what Kira said there, she's saying that Swans is basically a combination of all of them.
I ha- I gain absolutely nothing from accusing anyone of being a pedophile or a groomer. And let's say that you tried accusing someone. Why would I do it against such a small, tiny ass channel that doesn't have many followers or subscribers?
Get wrecked, Swanzo.
It just doesn't make sense. And yet one still accuses me of being, oh, it's a lie, oh, it's this and that, but it just doesn't line up. He makes claims that um, Hydra Miller, who I talked about previously, was in his Discord server and he was creepy to minors, was creepy to a lot of people and made people uncomfortable, and that's why he banned them. But Swan never provided any evidence of that, and personally I know him, and he's never done anything of the sorts.
So that's keep in mind Kira's known Hydra longer than I have. That in mind, with the Swanzo situation, it does appear that Kira's not a good judge of character. Okay, cool. I wonder if there was a different person who could confirm or deny whether or not Hydra is harmless. Oh wait, myself. Well, let's face it, there's also a lot of other people too on social media. Um, Hydra's big phrase is, I have nothing to hide, and he doesn't hide anything. It's kind of fucking weird. Like, he is super trusting in people from the get-go. Which, frankly, I find kind of off-putting. Unlike Swanzo, who is super paranoid about everybody and shows that he is paranoid. With that in mind, let's also go back to, I think Kiro said it here, or I was just thinking she said it. Either way, still, in the fucking chat logs, Swanzo admits to not having anything on Hydra. Like, blatantly admits it. And yet still makes the claims. Kind of fucking weird.
Swan also only grasps at straws with evidence that are taken out of context. So nothing in.
As shown, Kiro gave a really fucking good example because it's a claim that he likes to use. The claim that he makes about, oh wow, you guys made Kiro pretend to be suicidal. Well, let's see. One, again, I'm pretty sure on one of your own vids, you admit that Kiro has had episodes like that. And in those same fucking videos, I'm pretty sure you even say that Kiro's been to therapy. Two, you literally take an out of context fucking clip and then post it as your quote unquote evidence. But you never say what video it's from. So other people can't watch that video to see for themselves. But with that in mind, since that video was made a while ago, it appears that Kiro has been going back through the videos made in this situation because she did fill it in she did summarize it pretty fucking well. Because there have been a lot of times where either me, Koinu, Hydra, or a few other fucking people have just told her, hey, quit talking to this fucking creep. It's just pissing you off. It's making you feel sad. With that in mind, there is only like one or like, actually, no, not just one or two. There's like 2 to 4 videos of this same shit where it's like, hey, yeah, quit talking to this dude. It's just pissing you off. And that's us telling her not to talk to Swanzo.
In context works for him because that's the only thing he can do. And it's just Swan will keep on making these rumors, keep on making these accusations, yet again, no evidence. And even then, it's just these claims against
God
me,
damn loud ass Discord beep.
they're nothing. Like he made a video basically saying that I admitted that um um that Hydra was a bad person when no it wasn't. I was just yeah, I get frustrated with people, but I think that's what every human does.
Okay, there's a lot of examples of him saying that, oh, Kiro's admitted X. Meanwhile, the only messages alluding to a quote unquote admission of anything can be easily manipulated by cutting off all the surrounding text, cutting off the fucking date, not having like an actual date group there, as in like leaving it as, oh, today, yesterday, like what Swanzo likes to do. With that in mind, one of his videos was something like, oh, proof that blah blah and blah blah are the same person. Dates for the messages are today, yesterday. I go to look through Kiro's messages because obviously I don't trust Swanzo's because he's most likely deleted them. Go to the date well before I hopped in. So obvious. And I say like blah blah because I'm not sure if it was like proof that Hydra and Pupper are the same person, or proof that Pupper and Jason Wolf are the same person, which Pupper and me literally are the same person. So yeah, and I've literally admitted to that. So that's kind of mind blowing. That aside, still, like, if the date is before I even stepped in, How can it be an admission of me being related to anyone? Make it make sense, Swanzo. Also, why not actually have a fucking date group there?
Um, so Swan's claims of also me hiding shit is just funny as shit because he deletes his he deletes and privates everything. So there's not much else to talk about other than that.
That it? Oh, doesn't end as abruptly as mine. Never mind.
In fact, Swan, you actually got support and help from a known pedophile who's actually been exposed a few times now.
Is it Red
Now, I
Wolf?
don't actually particularly know much about his situation, but
Is she
multiple
gonna talk about
people,
Red?
have pointed to sources stating that Red Wolf is an actual
Yes.
pedophile and is a danger, and yet both of you working together to disprove anything, yet you know you're called out, and you're just trying to hide everything, delete everything, and you're both trying to back each other up, yet you're both pedophiles, so why wouldn't you? Half his argument is just my messages are fake and that his side isn't there, so that there's no evidence. But you know, on the other hand, you realize that every time I show my messages, they're in they're they're in response to what you've said. A lot of them were questions and answers to what Swan would have sent. Because otherwise,
Yep.
the actual messages they just would not make sense.
Okay, so she's talking about something else now. But with the Red Wolf thing, I called him Predwolf before for that fucking reason. He's been caught multiple times talking with kids. In fact, actually, I got onto his ass before because in his fucking group chat that he runs on Telegram, it's like MAGA furs or some shit. It's cringe as hell. It's a 18 plus chat. That is the rules. He was forced to put those rules in because other admins are like, hey, yeah, what the fuck, man? Why are kids in here? This is not a place for them. So he adds that rule in. Well, he put a 16-year-old in that chat. A 16-year-old that he's been talking to. Keep in mind that good old Daniel is in his mid 20s. He's a couple years older than me. Well, what does Pred Wolf try to do? He tries to justify it. His moderators are like, no, there is literally porn in this fucking server. So he either has to be kicked out or we're leaving. There is other shit in here that kids should not see. So therefore, this kid is getting kicked out or we're leaving. Then good old Daniel decides to kick the kid out, but also message the kid after. So I guarantee that he was trying to groom the kid.
Without context, and yet you've just deleted all of it, so you can use that as an argument, which isn't even an argument.
Yep.
You genuinely just grasp at straws because you have no idea what the fuck to do, and so you sweep everything under the rug to try and hide it. But you can't really do that. I'm not gonna let you. Stop just being a fucking child and admit what you've done to me. Over the 4 years, I don't know if you've done anything else to anyone, but the fact you've done this for 4 years, you've hidden everything, deleted everything, mass wiped accounts, deleted playlists, trying to expose me, and then you're the one saying, "Oh, you're the victim and it's all fake," which is just completely bullshit. I want you to admit what you've done, make a live stream, a video, anything, or even just talk about it, and actually provide real evidence to counteract anything I've fucking said in this video, because I can guarantee you, and I bet your arguments will be the same dead nothing points. Every single time you make a video, it's always the same broken record, making no actual response, instead of just, it's fake. and you're lying.
Wait a minute, hold on. Isn't it odd how Kiro's even making that same point I've been making, how he just repeats the same shit using circular logic? Or just make cyclic fucking responses? Weirdly enough, though, Swanzo also is the one saying that other people do it, which that's projection. So, yeah, it makes perfect fucking sense.
And actually, if you don't reply to this, making another video addressing everything, uh, people will start to realize, hey, this guy is actually lying and he's not telling the truth. And the facts you can't.
I'm gonna stop there before she says something else. With what she just said, it's obvious that people have been realizing this in the first place. Why else would he have to delete all of his fucking messages from Discord? Where he's potentially going to delete his Discord account. Not sure if he's going to keep it that way or not, but he most likely did delete the Discord server, as I stated beforehand, I believe. But hopefully he deletes everything and just stays off the fucking internet and stays the fuck away from kids for the rest of his short ass life. I wonder what's gonna get him first. Is it gonna be the fucking diabetes? Is it gonna be the people who really don't like kitty diddlers? Or is it gonna be something else?
Reply is biting on the ass because you need to address it. You can't just keep this facade up. I've I've bloody tried voice calling you, but you refuse to. It's easy, and honestly, it's easier in making video back and forth instead of just refusing to do a call. But I guess you don't want your little community saying shit, and so you keep getting misdirection and lies to your community because
I will
you're
agree
just
with that.
afraid
Hold
of
on.
losing it all. You have a real job, yet you refuse to lose it all. And that's literally all I want from you, Swan, is to admit that you've done wrong and make a video addressing it. That's all I want. Just you to address it, and that's it. Address what you've
God
done wrong,
damn.
address everything, and that's all I want.
By the way, that
Um,
Discord
but
is
yeah,
from
that's
the video.
basically all I wanted to talk about today. Is just Swan.
Okay, so she's done basically. So, the reason why he would never call, which he has actually stated a couple times, is, oh, you're actually working with those people. Like, why would he care? Why would he care? Easiest thing for him to fucking do would be to call. In fact, actually, if any of his claims against us were true at all, the easiest thing for him to fucking do would be to join in on a fucking call when invited, or just make one himself. He's never done that. I have asked him to be on the fucking live stream multiple fucking times. His only response is, "Oh well, I can't. I actually have things that are better to do." Like what? Meanwhile, he's also in the comment section typing out multiple fucking lines of text, which would be a lot easier to just, say than anything else. It's because those texts can be deleted easier. The voice recordings can't. On Discord, the text can easily be deleted, as shown. The voice calls, though, as shown, can't. He will never respond to a call from myself because he sees me as a fucking threat. Because to him, I am a threat. I am a threat to his little dream of having a little slave that's way younger than him. Because let's face it, a man in his 30s who has had multiple failed relationships in the past. Seems kind of weird, doesn't it? If he's had relationships in the past, he obviously must not look that ugly. So why did they leave? Well, behavior would be the best bet, solely because we have seen how he does exhibit abusive behavior. We have seen how he exhibits manipulative behavior. We have seen how he exhibits completely fucked up abusive and manipulative behavior. The, oh, well, my side's not there, so it's fake bullshit will only work with your victim, Swanzo. It has only worked with your victim. The, oh, well, I don't know whose Discord that is, after literally showing it to you multiple fucking times, only works for your victims. The, oh, these messages are fake. Here's the fake message. Only works for victims. The censoring of all criticism only works for people you're trying to hide the truth from. Period. Remember, Swanzo, I'm in the God damn. I'm in the military. I know how to cover my fucking ass. And with the military thing in mind, I'm aware that the military has covered up multiple fucking things. Things they won't cover up. Anything done by lower enlisted, as in E4 or below. Things that they will definitely cover up. Anything done by a high rank E7 or above, or any kind of officer. I am neither an E7, nor am I an officer. They won't cover shit up for me, so you can't say that that they are covering shit, which is your best fucking option to keep your claims straight. But again, they're not straight if you actually know how the military works. You can't cover your ass though. Not that well. We've shown your missing playlist. We've shown your deleted videos. We've shown one of your alt YouTube accounts. We've shown your alt Twitter account. We have shown all of your comments. We've shown all of your remaining messages. You can't cover your ass that well at all. You're cooked, dude. You can't do anything. You can't be anything. With that in mind, I'm going to await a response. We could respond to your Twitter replies, but frankly, that's getting kind of fucking boring. Even for me. Oh, wait, there is one thing I didn't do, though. Hold on. Let me just, real quickly, go back and go to Twitter, switch my motherfucking screen, hopefully. There we go. Or blah. Let's go through your replies, because this is where shit gets spicy, honey. How do you get these in such clear quality? Especially this recording right here, in such clear fucking quality. You have to have access to it. Now, you know what? I have an easier solution for this, because that's mostly text. We could go to media. Blah, blah. He should have links to vids in here. He does not have links to vids in here. I guess that's a mobile only thing. Fuck, my bad. I will take that L. I will take that L all on my own. I wish that web browser YouTube was actually better. Here's what's funny. Video unavailable. This video is private. Wait a minute. But copy link. Control V. Okay, never mind. That's just, okay, that's the hyperlink bullshit. Okay, never mind. By the way, y'all remember the title for this. Where was this at? Was that Swanzo's account? Or was that his alt account? Well, it's private. And we've already shown that the Jason's Lies account doesn't have too many videos on it in the first place. Hey, wait, here's another one. Look really closely. You could see index equals 11 and AB channel equals Swanzo. This video is private. You gonna delete those too, honey? By the way, pretty sure this is done.